Hello, John Najarian here. If you want to trade like a rebel, if you want to party like a rebel, well, you got to come to Rebelcon 2022. It's going to be in Dallas, Texas, at the fabulous Four Seasons Resort. We start the 21st of September, go until September 24th. It will be more fun and more live trading than we've ever done before. That's why it's called Rebelcon 2022. We're going to have barbecues, we're going to have golf tournaments, and double the amount of live trading. So if you want to book that now, make sure you do, because the guest speakers, as soon as we announce those, this thing's going to be sold out. It's going to be something you do not want to miss. Limited to 250 people. Diamond, platinum, and gold packages are selling out. Sign up now for Rebelcon 2022 at the Four Seasons in Dallas, Texas.
Welcome to the Rebellion.
Welcome back, folks. This is the nearly final broadcast, I guess, of May. We're not quite final yet, but we're fast heading towards that. I guess, let me see, when is, I guess Tuesday, we do have the final day of May the 31st. I just had to check to be sure. But Monday, of course, will be Memorial Day. And as I will be reminding some people, Memorial Day is for men and women who served and died. Veterans Day is the day that we celebrate those who served. So Memorial Day, those that gave that ultimate sacrifice, that will be Monday the 30th, and that is why we're not open on that day. So with that said, and with thankfulness and prayers to those that did make that sacrifice, let's get started with today's 3 at 3. Unusual option activity. Well, yeah, it works out every once in a while. Here was Pete talking about Tesla when it was $658 3 days ago. There's Tesla today, $100 higher nearly, as it moves up another $43 today. Bang. That was pretty sweet. And I would encourage all of you to check out the unusual activity from that day. If you doubt that we covered it, yes, we did. Crypto Convo. Speaking of covering things, we cover all things crypto, decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, as well as various coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is just getting cracked lately. It's down 4 times what the Bitcoin is down. And we will be discussing that with some of the luminaries in the space at cryptoconvo.com. Also, I would like to give you more than just 3 at 3 today. So the first one is USO. This is the United States Oil Fund. It's an ETF. 4,000 of the July 86 calls change hands today. That's fairly big trade in the USO. It was about $84 at that time. You know the drill. I buy at the money, sell out of the money. So that's the way I played this one. It's not extremely fast time decay, but we're on the edge of getting to that 6 weeks that really start to accelerate to the downside. So kind of like falling off a cliff. And those last 2 weeks or so of the options life, really fast time decay. Need to be aware of that.
we can teach you how to deal with it. But I just want to emphasize that. ChargePoint, CHPT, $12.26, as I mentioned on Halftime Report. Also a stock that is worth watching because of some of the legislation that might be coming their way in terms of support for charging stations across the United States. 4,400 of the next Friday, June at the money calls, 1250 calls. Again, this is fast. This is the really fast time decay, and we don't even trade on Monday, as I said. So if you're in this, you really need to be hedging and taking profits or cutting losses quickly. Third today of today's 3 at 3, and as I've promised, there will be more than 3. General Motors. So GM was approximately $38 a share. Somebody stepped in and bought the June 10th expiring 37 calls. So these calls are approximately $1 in the money, ITM, in the money. So 18,000 of those is a lot. That's 1.8 million share equivalent. General Motors looking for a bounce over the next 2 weeks because next Friday is the 3rd of June. Following Friday will be the 10th of June. So these have 2 weeks to live. And again, we're not even going to trade Monday next week. So you have to take that into account when you're doing your trading, when you're doing your risk mitigation, as well as taking profits and or cutting losses. Got to be nimble on these, folks. Here's the fourth of today's 3 at 3, and I will have 5. Bang. Gap stores, GPS. Why? Because I spoke about it on Halftime Report. It broke down through support like crazy, flush to the downside. In fact, we even had a circuit breaker kick in. A circuit breaker is where the stock moves so much, so quickly that they put on the brakes, stop it for a few minutes, and then release it back into trade again. And it basically traded down hard and then rebounded very quickly. And that's why I bought stock. Stock ran all the way back towards 11 here, as you see, 1094. They bought the June 3rd 11 calls. Those are calls that expire next Friday. I don't need to beat that dog any harder than I've beat it, and I don't beat dogs. But you need to be aware of that fast time decay. So do take profits quickly, do cut losses quickly. It's already run to 1140 since we've mentioned it. And I've already taken off a lot of the stock that I bought this morning down there around 965. And I'm still in the calls. This is not a pump and dump. I saw 9,500. That's 950,000 share equivalent. I'm going to play. Bang. If you'd like to play, if you've not understood enough about how to play, check out marketrebellion.com/get started. There you can learn about the educational offerings that we have for distance learning, for instance. That means you'd like to start figuring out how you could trade options like iTrade, like Pete Trades. You could also join me next Wednesday to hear more about that. But check out marketrebellion.com/get started. That's marketrebellion.com/get started. And then there's this little one, Dell. 524. 3 days ago, we had Dell, unusual activity. Stock's $40. Well, stock's now $9 higher than that. Better than a 20% rally. Why is it so big? Were the earnings great? Yes, they were. You see that when we posted that to our blog, we also offered that EPS, 526 after the close, blowout earnings. They beat by like 50 cents. That's a very significant beat. Very few companies doing that, but Dell did, and it was on billions and billions in sales. So they're really lighting it up. And speaking of lightening it up, they lightened up on debt pretty dramatically here. Obviously, interest rates moving up means that debt is more dear. Silver Lake and Dell dealing off this to VMware, to Broadcom, was how that debt got reduced. And these numbers were just fantastic. So all of it, Dell is doing a great job with the business. So I just thought that we'd point out how dramatically this stuff moves when it moves like this, and how you could profit if you were somebody like us who was buying at the money and then selling those upside calls against it. This is a 4-bagger, folks. Bang. That's how you do it. All right. This is also how you do it. If you'd like to learn about it, you don't have a lot of time. Well, time, I guess you have, but you won't have a lot of time to buy a ticket while there are still tickets available. How about that? Because this will sell out. Only 250 seats is all we've got. It's going to be at the Four Seasons, September 21st through 24th in Dallas, Texas. We've got armadillo races. And I'm sure all you option traders or people that want to learn about options can't wait for armadillo races. We're going to have barbecues. We're going to have 2 days of live trading. That's double the amount that we normally do. And I know those of you who have wanted to attend a Rebelcon will love this. And we've got great speakers. We'll start announcing those in the coming weeks. But, we've had Brian Sullivan, who you see sort of on that black and white there with me. We have Ryan Mastro. We have my brother Pete. We have me. We've had Kevin O'Leary, Tom Lee of Fundstrat, Tony Dwyer of Canaccord Genuity. We get a lot of great speakers. We're going to have Bryn Talkington, a Dallas native. She's going to be coming out too. So if you'd like to attend Rebelcon 2022, it will be in Dallas, Texas, September 21st through 24th. Go to marketrebellion.com/Dallas. That's marketrebellion.com/Dallas. That's going to do it for me, folks. Thank you. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bang. Make it a good weekend.